want to call him a liar, but the man was lying. We have Dr. Mark in here this evening, sitting in for Dr. Drew. Dr. Mark, the gynecologist that delivered the triplets. Dr. Drew's triplets.
That's right, I did. I delivered all three of them.
They are healthy as hell, a little too healthy. I saw them the other night. We talked about this. I went over there for dinner. The kids were bare-ass naked and bouncing off the walls the entire evening.
Yeah, I was listening to the show when he was talking about that. I think that's great. That's very Swedish of him, even if he's not Swedish.
Now, did she have a C-section?
Oh,
Susan?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you have to when you have triplets?
Well, I think that you might... in some countries and in some places, vaginal deliveries might be tried, more likely for twins. For triplets, really, it's an abdominal delivery. It's much safer, and it's much less trauma to the children.
I think that was a zipper. It could have been Velcro. All right, let me give the numbers out, and then we're going to get right back to the crotch, okay? Because that's why you're here, Dr. Mark. 1-800-LOVE-191. That number translated, 1-800-568-3191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Also tonight, as if having a gynecologist wasn't enough, we have Jenna Jameson. Now, if you don't know that name, she is, I won't say porn movie, although I just did. She is an adult movie star. She won Best New Starlet, Best Actress, Best Sex Scene. That's what you call the porn hat trick. You are a hockey fan, are you not, Dr. Mark?
I am. That's why I knew she was going to be here. That's why I wore my baseball hat with the words misconduct on it.
Because you may have your license stripped before the evening is over.
That's an interesting pun, yeah.
Now, I asked Dr. Mark, actually I asked producer Ann to tell Dr. Mark to bring in some goodies, some tools.
Or toys.
Or toys of his trade. Because as a guy, I've never been to a gynecologist. And I don't know what kind of stuff they use. I figured it was just gloves and a lot of sleight of hand, but apparently they're tools. That are used.
Yeah, there are some, and I actually brought a few that you can use for yourself.
On myself?
Absolutely.
You brought the cheek spreader?
I got it. Actually, yeah, we have a few things here.
All right, well, go down. I'll kill time.
Okay. All right.
I'll kill time fantasizing about Jenna.
Okay.
All right, you got it up there? All right, what do you got?
Here. This is really, really important and a serious one. This is a chlamydia culture.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Drew talked last night or a few nights ago about chlamydia being the highest cause of infertility in the country now. Actually, the highest cause of infertility is male infertility, but in female infertility, he's correct. And this little apparatus is what we use to help to culture people.
Mm-hmm.
And those ladies who are having intercourse, and especially with multiple partners, really should go to a gynecologist, get a pap smear, and also get a chlamydia test. It's both safe for themselves and smart for the people that they care about.
Can I keep that?
Well, you actually can, because I actually brought one here, and if you'd like me to do this for you, this is a urethral culture.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I thought you might enjoy that. But, I'll let you take it home, and you can do that at home in your own privacy.
Why is that so big, Doc?
Yeah, well, because you're a big man.
All right, yeah. Believe me, you don't know the half of it. You put the swab up the urethra, you scrape out a little something, and then you smear it into this is basically a little kit. There's 2 cotton swabs and a sort of a test beaker container in the middle.
Right. The larger swab is for women for the vagina. The smaller metal one with the metal thing is the shaft, and that is for the men. And the third step is to peel the man off the ceiling.
That's what the salad tongs are for.
Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, you bring that up.
Oh, no. Oh, did you hear that? Sabers are rattling. Oh, my God, no.
This may be how you were born.
No.
Which is why you're in radio.
No, the stork dropped me off. My mom told me.
Yeah. These actually are obstetrical forceps, and they're really quite safe. They also make excellent apparatus to reach things in hard-to-find places. Really, it's a real good Christmas gift.
Let me see this now. My mom says I was squeezed out of a bar rag. Is that possible?
That might do it. That could do it.
Now, what you have here essentially is a pair of what look like barbecue-type tongs.
Salad tongs.
Salad tongs, large stainless steel, but about 5 pounds worth, and they're bigger. And you don't get this up into somebody.
Oh, sure you do.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if you watch this, when people are concerned about delivering babies with forceps, and expectant mothers are terrified of it, and understandably so. You can see how awful these look in their appearance. But they're designed so wonderfully that if, in fact, you would, by accident, which would rarely happen, pull too hard, it just slips off.
Yeah.
And that's the way they're made, and it's really quite safe.
All right.
Not obviously what you would do if you didn't have to, but those of us like myself who became obstetricians instead of neurosurgeons were probably delivered by these.
All right, I'm getting a vasectomy immediately after the show, Dr. Mark. All right, one more,
okay,
and then we'll go to the calls. And let me just ask you on a more personal level, being a gynecologist, basically staring at women's parts all day long. Now, you're married, right?
That's correct.
Now I know a guy would have a problem. I know if a guy's wife went into work and just fondled guy's junk the entire day, maybe took like 15 minutes at noon for a cup of coffee and then right back to handling a guy's penis, that would be difficult for most guys to understand. Is your wife okay with this stuff?
Yeah, actually, my wife's a pediatrician, and her philosophy bases itself on two things. Number one is that she's very confident there's nobody better than she is.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is that she feels that she just has to work a bit harder at times just to make sure that it's worthwhile to come home. I'm in a win-win situation.
Yeah, but you don't get burnt out. You don't get tired. It's not like if I worked at the Budweiser plant. When I got home, the last thing I'd want to do is crack a beer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, does that happen?
No, I'll crack a beer occasionally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. You don't get burned out.
All right, give us one more, then we're going to the phone.
This is your present.
Oh, really?
This is your present, especially for tonight. This is a bottle of Astroglide.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right.
We use it for examinations, but it's also a personal lubricant.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like a party gift for you. Yeah.
Personal lubricant basically means you're about to be violated.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. We're going to the phones now. Gary?
Yeah.
You're on Loveline.
Hi. I have a question for Dr. Mark.
I'm here.
Right here.
I'm just putting my toys away. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I have a condition called hypospadias.
Yes?
Are you familiar with that?
Very much so.
Okay. Well, I went to a doctor, and he told me that the surgeons that did the operation did a nice job, according to that doctor.
Okay.
But I still feel like the doctor didn't do a good job of the repair. And I mean,
okay.
I myself.
What is his condition, Dr. Mark?
Hypospadias is when the urethra does not come all the way to the end of the penis and opens inferiorly or on the bottom side. And there's different degrees of it, and they are repairable and usually done at birth. Was there a reason that this wasn't done at birth? Was it not that bad, or has it gotten worse?
It wasn't done at birth, but it was done when I was like 2 or 3 years old.
I see. Okay, and that was the time the surgery was done. There's no further surgery from that time.
Not that I know, not that I recall or know of or heard of. Or
what problems are you having now that bother you?
Well, my urethra is kind of lopsided off to one side a little bit, and it's opened a lot more. And when I ejaculate, it more or less rolls out than jumps out or whatever.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I know this because, as Adam says, I have a squeegee in my tub.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're homosexual?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're looking for the money shot.
Excuse me?
It's a little porn lingo we're throwing around the room here because of Jenna Jameson's arrival tonight. You're saying essentially. Let me just try to work this here. The male urethra's got a little pressure. I mean, it's kind of like when you put your finger over the hose and the stuff squirts out. I mean,
right.
Is your opening too big so it just kind of rolls out of there?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, is it just that you think it's large, or is it open to the underside of the penis?
Well, it's open to the underside also.
Right.
And it's large. It's
okay, and that would be kind of like if you take a hose, and then you put water pressure through it, and then you slit the bottom of it, and some of it's going to come out the bottom. It reduces the pressure. It also makes.
Well, where's it go? Where's the water go?
Where's the water?
I mean, it doesn't go down the driveway and into the storm drain. I mean, does it go into your penis?
Oh, no, this is an opening. Instead of just coming out straight, it'll come and kind of dribble down. Yeah, similar to that.
But when you're urinating, are you peeing all over the magazine rack and the potpourri dish and stuff? It
depends on the hypospadias. If it's bad enough, you will splatter as you urinate. And does that happen to you? Is it that bad?
I've had instances where I've wet my shoes, yeah.
Okay, if that's the case and it's becoming somewhat, where it makes you feel dysfunctional, I would definitely go ahead and make an appointment and see a urologist, okay? and they can fix it, and it's not a very long or serious operation, but it certainly would make you feel better about yourself.
It's probably painful, I'm imagining.
Actually, not too bad.
Local anesthetic, or they put you under?
It might hurt him. It won't hurt me.
They give you a general?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Not just a local?
No, not a local. Unless it's a very small repair, then they might do local, may do an epidural.
But is the reason they give you a general because a guy would go nuts if he saw someone cutting into his penis?
No, because it would hurt.
Oh, okay.
And locals are usually sometimes spotty for surgery, so
right.
it would depend.
I went to general. Maya.
Yeah, Maya, actually.
Maya, you're on Loveline.
Okay, I have a question about something I read in Jay Wiseman's book of sexual tricks. It's called the Scrotum Stretch.
Oh, yeah. There's actually a porn movie called Rex Kobo's Super Elastic Scrotum or something like that. I suppose it's used in that.
Is this a safe thing to do?
The Scrotum Stretch?
Yeah. I mean, do you know what it is? Should I describe?
Yeah, describe it.
Okay. Apparently, here's what you do. You put your thumb and forefinger around the scrotum over the testicles, and then you pull down until the testicles are, like, trapped in a tight sheath of skin.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then apparently it's supposed to feel fantastic, and you, like, play with it.
No,
I don't.
No, having, I don't have to be a doctor to answer this one.
Oh, boy.
The scrotum's a very sensitive area, right, Doc?
I have my legs crossed now.
Man does not want his scrotum messed with. Maybe toyed with, maybe, sort of jumbled with a little bit, but you don't want it smacked around like a speed bag.
Do you use a tennis racket with this?
Maya, forget this. No guy's going to like this. And if he does, you don't want this guy.
Jay Wiseman thought that it felt fantastic.
Yeah, he's sick.
I'm sure he'll be pleased to hear that. So you don't think it's a good idea?
Well, do you have a guy if you have a guy who thinks it's a good idea, it's a good idea. I mean, this is the rule of thumb sexually. Whatever floats your boat is a good idea. I wouldn't just spring it on a guy in the first date in the restaurant or anything. He's going to smack you with a breadstick. But you may want to try it on your boyfriend.
Oh.
You got a guy to try it on?
Well, I could probably find one.
Oh, that's the beauty of being a woman, by the way.
It's easier to do, you think?
Certainly. You can go out this evening, go to any bar in your neighborhood and find a guy who'll let you experiment with his scrotum.
Well.
Yeah. You have any other questions?
Yeah, I actually do have another question.
All right.
It's about blowing air into the vagina.
Very dangerous.
Mm-hmm. It is very dangerous.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You get a bubble in your heart.
Yeah. Actually, especially if you are menstruating or if you have any vascular abnormalities, no, that's not a good idea.
Why? Because of
air embolus. And air embolus, and also because of infection. Because you're putting pressure in against the cervix, and the cervix if it is at all open, then you can increase the chances of getting materials that don't belong in there up and then cause a uterine infection. But again, air embolus is something that can happen.
And is that the same sort of thing that happens when you have a syringe and there's air into it and you inject it in someone's bloodstream?
Well, if you take a little bit of air and inject it into a vein, it really is harmless. But if you inject it into the artery, on the other hand, it's very severe.
All right, let's talk a little about the profession for just one moment here, because I myself am curious, a lot of listeners are. Are there gynecologists, like I was thinking of being like gynecologists to the stars? You know what I mean? Are there gynecologists that just specialize in certain groups?
Well, depending on your geographic location and the type of patients who you get by referrals, you can develop a very special clientele.
You ever looked up any celebrities?
Yes.
You don't want to mention their name?
Oh, no, I don't think that I would want to do that. No. But yeah, and
you have.
Yeah, and actually
any ones that are, I mean.
Yeah. But but they're just as nice as anybody else. They're there because they're either scared, concerned, or have needs.
And
after that, it's not important.
Any of the Golden Girls?
No.
But if you came in one day and you saw him like on your roster, would you sneak out the back door?
I might take a day off that day. Yeah. That's a possibility.
Any of the girls from Friends?
No.
Okay. Am I going a bad direction here?
Well, it doesn't matter because I'd say no anyway.
Any of the Angels?
No. But no, it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't say.
Either one of the guys from Starsky and Hutch?
Well, Starsky. No.
All right, well, then it's back to the phones. Bethany.
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Mark.
Hi.
I have a problem. My boyfriend and I, every time, like the 2 times that we've tried to have sex, he goes limp. And he says that he jerks off a lot, so is that, like, the problem?
All right, he goes limp the 2 times he tried to have... So you've never had sex with him?
Uh-uh.
And it's nerves kicking in.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's very anxious. I mean, is this something that do you have any sensuous foreplay beforehand? I mean, or is he anxious about this?
I guess.
All right. Does he express that to you?
No, he doesn't really express anything.
Well, one of the things, you might want to talk to him about it, because I think maybe he's just so anxious, and then he's going to get frustrated, and then that might actually ruin a relationship that might have been a good one.
Well, we've been going out for like 5 months,
and
like the 2 times that we tried to do it, he went limp, but he is it like because he jerks off so much that he can't?
How much is so much?
I don't know. He said probably like about 10 times a day.
10 times a day?
Yeah.
Wow. He should get some sort of, golden testicle medallion or something for that.
Strong wrists.
No kidding.
Yeah. No, probably not. I mean, it's not. Masturbation is not based on the frequency for that. I mean, that's not likely the problem. It might be that he just feels more comfortable satisfying himself than he does with the anxiety of being with you. Maybe he's concerned he can't satisfy you. Maybe he's anxious about the situation. I think you ought to sit down and talk to him about it.
Well, should I break up with him?
No. And
I'm tired of it.
But, all right, let me just say this, Bethany. Him thinking you're going to break up with him over this is what's causing a lot of the anxiety, which is causing his erectile dysfunction.
Well, we're right there every single time, getting ready to do that, and, he goes limp. You know how,
Yeah, but here's what you have to do. Here's what you have to do. You have to make it okay. You know what I mean?
Well, he doesn't make it seem okay. He makes it seem like the biggest thing in the world, slap me, just slap me,
I mean, he wants to be flogged? He should really, his penis is the one that should be beaten and verbally chastised. It's really the penis's fault, isn't it, Doctor?
Well, it is. As you said before, it's the root of the devil. Is that what you said a few minutes ago? Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
the devil's root.
The devil's root, yeah.
Well, Bethany, there's no real quick fix to this one.
No, but you need to talk to him, and you need to let him know that you support him. I mean, certainly you don't want to break up with him for that, because this is something that in a relationship, it's a matter of working these things out, and I see no reason why you shouldn't at least try to talk to him about it.
Paul.
Yeah.
You're on Loveline.
How's it going, guys?
We got Dr. Mark here, sitting in for Dr. Drew, and doing a fine job, I might add.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Dr. Mark, I got a question for you.
Okay.
When me and my girlfriend, we have sex, she says that it hurts her inside, like I'm hitting her vaginal wall or something, and she, starts to cry at the eyes sometimes.
Okay. Well, yeah, most people do cry at the eyes. That's one of those.
She's not crying out her ass, Paul?
Yeah. Sometimes the woman's cervix is placed in a position where certain sexual positions are uncomfortable.
Oh,
and I think that the first thing to do is to try different positions to see whether that makes a difference.
Yeah, we
have. Okay. Are there any that do not make her hurt?
Not really.
Wait, let me ask the doc a quick question since we're on positions here. What is, and I know it varies from woman to woman, and from cervix to cervix and placement to placement, what would be the most benign position in terms of hurting a woman? You know what I mean? What would be the safest position, just generally?
Keeping your pants on. Yeah, that'll do it. There is none, because it's all dependent on the anatomy. Everybody's anatomy is different. Yours is, and other men, and so are women. And depending on how they're built, vaginally with the cervical presentation, it makes a big difference as to how comfortable they are in any particular position.
So you just have to experiment and find the one that's most comfortable.
No such thing as the wrong one, and there's the only except if it hurts. And if it hurts, then you need to then work on not using that position. The other thing you might want to try, Paul, is try to limit your penetration.
Yeah.
And
if you do that, then that would help an awful lot.
I'm no doctor, but I did come up with an invention.
Well, either am I. Is that why I'm here?
Yes, you are. You're not. We should ask to see credentials. The Love Grommet. Now, what this is it's basically, if you play baseball, you know what a batting donut is. It's that iron thing they put on the bat, adds weight. It's basically that shape. It's a donut shape. You put it over the penis. It's made out of foam rubber, and it basically acts as not only does it limit penetration, but adds a little kickback effect.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Stimulates the clitoris, yeah.
It stimulates. Oh, we could put a little knob on the end of it. Yeah, we'll call it the love knob.
This will do it.
All right, love donut. With like Love Jimmy's.
Optional attachments.
Optional attachment, that's right.
I think that's a good idea.
And the optional pink Corvette it comes in.
That's great.
And it not only does it limit the depth, but it also springs and kicks out. Is this a good idea?
I think so. Then you can have intercourse while he's sleeping. Yeah.
I have one more question for you guys.
Yeah. No. In all seriousness, though, back to you, Paul. Really, multiple different positions, partial penetration, and also use a lubricant. Okay,
really?
Real important.
She does get. She said that she does get like a burning sensation.
Right. Very important to use a lubricant.
Paul,
okay.
So
real fast. We got about 20 seconds.
Does that mean she's not getting wet or what?
It might be, but give those things a try one by one, and then you'll get down to what the root of the problem is.
And when we come back, we are going to have Dr. Mark, the gynecologist, square up with Jenna Jameson, the adult film star.
Hey, this is Mike Piazza of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're listening to Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
All righty then. This is Loveline. Sitting in for Dr. Drew and doing a fine job is Dr. Mark. Also in studio tonight is the lovely Jenna Jameson. Say hi to everyone, Jenna.
Hey there.
Let me give the phone number out, 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. The fax number, 310-854-4455. And I don't know, Dr. Mark, if you ever met Jenna, maybe you could take your pants off, Jenna, and see if he recognizes you.
I need a good gynecologist.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Mark has a very sad yet interesting story, which is he was injured playing the manly sport of hockey. How long ago?
In September.
Some big drunken maniac checked him up against the boards, and he was partially paralyzed?
Well, I was for a little bit, and then I ended up with what's called central spinal trauma. So I, unfortunately, will not be able to practice obstetrics gynecology again.
Because you don't have sufficient use of your hands?
Yeah, they tremor, but I have what's called hypersensitivity, which means that I can't lightly touch the insides of my hands. So it makes it impossible for me to scrub and do surgery or do examinations.
You mean you don't have the feeling when you do that?
I have too much feeling.
Oh, too much. So it's like the roof of your mouth or something.
It's kind of like if your feet fall asleep and then you try and walk and you get the pins and needles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it sucks, yeah.
That's bad.
But perhaps we could go in together, because I got hands like a rock. I mean, look at that.
But can you move your thumb like this?
I could learn.
Okay, then you're okay.
With your tutelage, I could learn. I'm just saying, you could talk me through it.
Yeah.
You know how, like, when a guy lands an airplane and they talk him down from the tower?
Yeah, been there, yeah.
I could be the guy actually doing the hands-on work, and you could just be sort of over my shoulder going,
Is this before or after the sheriffs come? I just wanted to know.
We're going to bolt the doors.
Yeah.
Jenna Jameson, let's talk to you for just a minute. Not that Dr. Mark isn't a fascinating guy, but he's nowhere near as attractive as you, even without the beard, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Jenna, as I stated earlier, you just won Best New Starlet, Best Actress, Best Sex Scene.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on a roll.
Yeah, you could say that.
And I saw you making a porn movie.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I feel like I should expose myself for you just to kind of even the playing field a little.
I feel like I should. What, are you kidding me?
Oh, really? I mean, don't feel inhibited. It's a late-night show.
Oh.
Have you ever, you want to shoot a quick winger over here? He doesn't have much use of his hands anymore, so, give the guy a break. Come on, a little something for the doc? I won't look.
Okay,
yeah, okay.
This is for you, Doc.
Okay, well, there you go. You missed it, huh? Oh,
Did I miss it?
No, I think so.
What?
That was the quickest turnaround I've ever seen in my life.
But I missed it.
No.
And here's the beauty. Drew sits here every night for 14 years, doesn't see squat. You come in here for 10 minutes, boom, there's boobs in your face.
It's the way of life for me.
You got the luck of the Irish. So, Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're new to the industry, basically.
Kind of, yeah. I've been in it about a year.
About a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you do The Wicked one.
Yes, you did.
I was on the set. It was in North Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the set for about 15 hours. I hated to have to cut it short, but I had to go home and get my medication. And it was like 130 degrees in the place.
Yes.
And basically, it was done like any movie would be done, except for people were walking around naked half the time.
Right.
Now, we have a little clip from not the Wicked one, but another fine feature you were in. And I brought it in because you've loaded me up with pornography, and God bless you for that, and Wicked pictures. And engineer Mike has had a fun time putting it on a cart. So, Mike, can we hear a little of that?
Is that Paul's girlfriend?
The guy in the background is me. Not grunting, but I'm on the Casio.
Oh,
Do we embarrass you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I brought it in. But look at you. You do adult movies. How embarrassed can you be?
I mean, just wasn't expecting it.
All right, we caught you off guard. All right, now how many movies have you made that 1 year span?
Let's see. Probably about 9.
Oh, 9.
Yeah, I don't work that often.
So you're not on a tear. Because many porn stars or adult movie stars in a year could do hundreds.
Well, yeah, some people do 200
in a year.
They're working like 3 days a week, and they're sore.
Now, yes, that's why we have the doctor. Now, speaking of the doctor, he's just held up the Astroglide. You guys get checked out, right? I mean, the industry is getting pretty strict with AIDS and all the other STDs.
Absolutely.
Which are now called, I hear, STIs, for I being for infection instead of disease.
Yeah,
so
it's really not a disease.
Yeah, I'm on top of things. But you guys get checked out how often?
Month.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Have to.
Are you due now, though?
Am I due?
Yes.
No, just got one a week ago.
Oh, all right. I was going to say the doc's got a whole bag of tools. I got the steady hands. He's got the degree. You got the roller skate. I got the key. I was just saying between the three of us. Well, maybe later in the show.
Well, yeah, maybe. I'd be up for it.
All right. We're going to the phones. You're going to help us out.
All right.
Joe.
Yeah.
You're on Loveline.
Thanks. What's going on, guys?
We're doing well.
Having fun.
Good.
I missed the boobs, but I'll get it back.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen them too. Well, I have 2 questions. First of all, my first cousin and I we like each other. We like each other a lot. And my first question is, if we were ever to get really serious and have a child, what is the possibilities of something like the child turning out abnormal?
What part of Kentucky are you from, Joe?
Ew.
Joe. It's not like she's the last woman on Earth, is it?
No, but you should see her.
My mom ain't bad. That doesn't mean I'm going through the hamper and fishing out her panties.
No, my mom.
This is your cousin. This is your first cousin.
Blood. That's blood.
That's blood.
Yeah.
Jenna, you wouldn't do that, would you?
No.
Okay, I just had to check.
Well, yeah, actually, the risks are not that great for a first cousin. They're really not. I mean, they are for some inheritable disorders. If the family carries it, it's going to be greater, and you need to be evaluated and counseled if that were to happen by a good genetic counselor. But otherwise, it's legal. It's legal to marry your cousin.
It is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
They have. Didn't Jerry Lee Lewis marry his cousin, or was that like just some other 12-year-old?
Yeah.
Now, they have genetic counselors?
Oh, yeah.
But not for people who want to intermarry. I mean,
there's genetic counseling for anyone who wants to get counseled for the possibility of abnormal disease, inheritable diseases.
Right, wondering whether you should have kids or not.
Well, yeah, of course. And this would be a perfect this is a perfect example of where they would be beneficial. And they're all over the state, and actually they're state supported.
Mark, are you blessing this relationship?
Well, no, I think that, as you said, there are other women in the world, and I think there's complications involved. There's not just from the point of childbirth, but just from family interrelations.
But, it's good around Christmas and the holidays because there's none of that. As you know, you get married and you go, where are we going this year? We're going to your folks in Chicago. Yeah. We're going to my place and my folks in Miami. No, we're going here.
Yeah, you can stay local with this. This is good.
Just move on.
Joe, move on.
I don't know.
Move on.
Move on, Joe. I don't know if Joe wants to wants to pass on those genes, by the way. He didn't sound like he came from prime breeding stock. Summer.
Hello.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Hi there.
I have two questions that are really quick. Well, the first one is, it's been, I've had a few partners, and for some reason I haven't been able to have an orgasm with none of them. The only time I ever did was one time when I masturbated on my own. And I feel pretty bad because one of my boyfriends actually left me because of that. I mean, because he lasted about 2-3 hours every time we had sex, and I could not have an orgasm. And I don't know what I could do or what would be possible.
All right, Jenna's gonna settle this. Jenna, what do you think?
First of all, if he left you because of that, he's not worth it.
Amen.
And it doesn't matter how long he does it, it's how he does it. So I just think that you just need to find a man that you can relax with, because that's the key, relaxing.
So it's more technique.
Yeah, and you have to be very comfortable with the person.
Right. I could give you the best 30 seconds of your life. You know that, Jenna? Possibly 45, depends on the distraction level.
Is that with or without the testicular stretch?
Oh, the warm-ups?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm factoring that in. That's 25 seconds. So, yeah, all right, go ahead.
And my second question is, every time, I mean, even if I see a cute guy, I get really, really wet. And for some reason, it makes it uncomfortable because after a while, it's just, I get so wet, I get dry after a while. And I mean, it's strange. For about 5-10 minutes, I'll be really wet, like if I'm having sex, and then I get really dry, and I just get really sore after a while.
So this is interesting. She gets really excited, but she can't have or doesn't have an orgasm.
She needs a good man.
Yeah, I think Jen's right. I think she needs a good man, and she needs somebody to be understanding, and she may even need to self-satisfy herself with the man present, or have him help her until she feels comfortable enough.
Absolutely.
And anyone who has intercourse for a long period of time is going to get sore, and you're not going to be lubricated, and maybe you're trying too hard.
Right.
Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
You're queen. All right, the name of the show is Loveline. The phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. The fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. Sitting in for Dr. Drew is Dr. Mark, and sitting in where the guest would be is the lovely Jenna Jameson. She is the reigning queen, or the new starlet, I guess, on the adult movie scene. And a physical description of Jenna, because I know this is a radio show, and not everybody has a collection of her movies. I actually have. You've made 9 movies. I think I have 10 of yours somehow. I have like some kind of best of compilation thing, too. Jenna is sort of a little bit of a mixture between Pamela Anderson and Marilyn Monroe.
Love you.
I would say. That's why I'm saying it, baby.
Cool.
No, I think that's a pretty fair assessment, wouldn't you say, Dr. Mark?
I agree, absolutely. Yeah.
Points for you guys.
All right, and maybe something else. Dr. Mark has brought in well, let me just give you a little. Now, this is what, Dr. Mark?
This is called a speculum. This is what 90% of the anxiety women have coming to the gynecologist's office is caused by. It's a metal device that's used in the vagina. Yeah, that's the larger one. To get exposure, to do pap smears and to look at the cervix, and that one happens there for the patients you don't like.
This is the bigger one,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. This could hurt livestock. I think
this could be veterinary. Yeah.
And, it's funny because it kind of looks like a duck.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever break the tension by going like, "Hi, I'm Mr. Crotch Spreader. I'm your friend. I'm McGruff, the crotch spreader." You put this in, you spread things, and then you hold it spread open like that?
Actually, you see this? It's got a thumb screw.
Oh.
It holds it open.
Yeah, it really looks like the bill of a duck.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like taking 2 shoe horns and opposing them and then sort of hinging them.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense at
all.
all.
And they do make good shoe horns, by the way.
Oh, but you got to wash them, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Now, Dr. Mark was saying that he keeps his in a heated drawer.
That's right. Heated and lubricated. And you always make sure that you have eye contact with your patient, because you have to understand how humiliating it is, and you want them to know you're looking and concerned about them. You are. I mean, this is an instrument which is quite humiliating and a bit uncomfortable, and it's a necessity to do a pap smear, which is quite important for their safety. But you don't want to add to the humiliation by burying your head in a position where they don't get eye contact.
So you're saying it would be bad etiquette to look up at them and then look down and go, oh, Christ.
It probably wouldn't go over big. I don't think a lot of return business would come from that, no.
And you don't ever go, oh, geez, what'd you eat?
No, actually, though, I did have one lady when I was in residency who ran out of contraceptive gel in her diaphragm and used Welch's jelly.
You can't be serious.
This is the truth.
Cannot. You are a liar. I'm calling you a liar. I reject that.
No. Actually, you can even call my brother, who was a resident with me, and they called me in and they said, this is awful, and it was just the most disgusting smell. And I said, what did you... Yeah, just like that. I said, what did you do? And she told me...
So you're like, nurse, forceps, toast...
Like, but that's the truth. That is the truth.
Oh, I just can't now. But let me say, you're trying to keep eye contact.
Yeah.
The sheet is spread out there,
right.
And you keep you poke your nose up over the sheet there, and you keep the eye contact. But shouldn't you be concentrating on what you're doing?
Well, yeah. I mean, you want to look at what you're doing, but you want to keep your eyes above, your eye level above, so that they're talking to a human being.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be... It's clinical.
Right.
But you don't want it to be humiliating and degrading.
Now, you ever have fun by popping down below the sheet and then popping up like a Richard Nixon mask or something? Like the Hey Vern guy, the Ernest guy or something?
I haven't tried that one yet. No,
that would be a good time.
Yeah, that might do it for me. Yeah.
There's a pocket fisherman that's in the studio. I would love you just to put that out on the tray of instruments.
Have that ready, yeah. That's good. I might try that.
Oh, if we could just mix some more comedy into gynecology, we would all have a better life. Jenna, do you wince when you see these instruments of destruction?
They make me nervous.
Yeah. You've had these, right?
Yeah.
And no pay for this, by the way, either. This is a non-paying gig. This is pro bono.
Oh, God.
All right, we're going to go back to the phones.
All right.
Jenna's going to jump in. Dr. Mark's going to jump in. I'm going to jump in. Gina.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Hey, okay. About a month ago, my best friend tried to hook me up with this guy that she's madly in love with, and now she's pissed at me and she's pissed at her because we're not talking because he likes me and I like him a lot.
All right, your friend set you up with someone that she was madly in love with? Okay, so that was good thinking. And things worked out?
Yeah, and now she's pissed at me. And last night she called me crying and yelling at me because he had hung up with her to talk to me.
Why do you reckon she set you up with someone that she was interested in?
I don't know.
Why don't you explain to her that she was the one who set you up?
I tried, and she got mad at me. And it's the fact that he lives far away from me. Like, so it's kind of like when he comes up to where I live or when I go down to where he lives. It's one of those things. And now she's pissed at me. She's not talking.
Teenage angst. What are you going to do? You lose a friend. People think you're going to hang on to these friends. I don't know anyone I knew when I was 15. You're friends with your friends when you're 15 because they live near you. You know what I'm saying? When you get older, you choose your friends based on their personality.
Or what you can get out of them.
I was going to say breast size. Yeah, later.
Right.
That's why Jen and I have hit it off so well.
Yeah.
But the point is you have these close-knit friends, but it's really because the guy lives down the block or across the street or wherever, and you're so scared of losing him, but then you turn 18, you get a driver's license, you go off to college, and you never call the guy anyway, or the girl anyway, so screw him. Marcella?
Hi, Adam.
Hey.
I've got a question for Dr. Mark first.
All right.
I'm here.
Dr. Mark, is the average size penis actually 5.2?
5.2.
That's what I heard.
God, I hope not.
Well, not in your business.
Well, I really haven't done a survey measuring them, but I can't answer that question, actually.
I can.
Okay.
Second part of my question.
5.1.
Adam.
And it's dropping. By 11:30, it's going to be 4.8.
Adam?
Yeah.
It's time to fess up.
Oh, it is.
Me and my friend have a bet.
Uh-huh.
If the average penis is 5.2.
One. Damn it, 1.
5.1. I say that yours is bigger. You shook me with the chapstick comment a couple nights ago.
Right.
But I stand my ground. Your penis is bigger than 5.1.
It certainly is. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
I win the bet.
You certainly do. And we're going to throw in some Z-Brick and a home version of Loveline. Now, Jenna.
Yes.
You encounter a lot of penises in your business.
Yes, I do.
And they're mostly bigger than 5.1.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they have to sort of weed out the small weenuses in the porn business.
That's really not true, though.
Oh, but no one has studied porn like I.
There are a few guys in the business that do have smaller penises.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of it just depends on whether you can perform.
Right.
You know, you have to keep it hard for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
A long time. And so it pretty much doesn't matter how big it is. But, you know.
Yeah, but you like it, a little bigger than average, don't you?
Absolutely.
And, you know, for a fact. Now, I would get into porn because I hear the camera adds 20 pounds to your penis. I don't know if it was to the penis, but it just said 20 pounds. I figure if your penis takes up the whole screen, well, that's going to add 20 pounds to your penis.
Oh, yeah.
That would be tremendous.
Huge.
Until you went home.
Yeah, that's true. And then it went back down to normal. Now, Jenna, I saw you in the very last scene of the movie, The Wicked One. And people should go out and get this movie.
It's amazing.
It is. Because it's a 2-on-1 thing. Two guys.
Oh, yeah.
Two guys with much larger than average penises.
Mm-hmm.
Both attacking you.
Oh, yeah.
Basically using the penis as a weapon.
That was good.
You enjoy that?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that was the first time I had ever done it.
Fantastic. I couldn't tell.
Oh, really?
Yes, you look like a veteran.
Thank you.
And do you enjoy that? I mean, are you enjoying yourself while it's going on?
How could you not?
Well, I'll tell you how you couldn't. There's a bunch of grips standing around with their hands down their pants.
But that's the thing. I enjoy people watching.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I mean, like if me and Mark want to watch, you would enjoy that?
Hey, bring your friends.
So you kind of get off on the whole exhibition thing, right?
Absolutely. I think you kind of have to be an exhibitionist to be in my business.
Let me think. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of argument, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your latest movie, you brought over 3 or 4 movies for me. God bless you. Every time you come over, you bring a handful of porn. It's getting so I don't have to go to the store anymore. But I still do because the guys worry. You know, I get phone calls. Hey, Adam, we miss you. We're here at the porn barn. What's going on? You sick? You okay? I start getting fruit baskets. Anal Maniacs.
You know what? I'm not in that movie.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that hurts. Lip Service? You in that?
That's me. That's me.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
So is that like a blowjob movie?
You know what? One of the best ones I've ever given was in that movie.
Oh, really?
It's on a fire escape on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Really? And what constitutes a good blowjob? Because to me, any
you just
blowjob.
watch it, wrist action. You know, hand action.
Oh, you get your hand going?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so I'll watch it and get my hand going.
Yeah.
Now, that brings me back to Mark over here. Mark, you know, I hate to pry, but with the injury.
Not with my wrist, no.
You can't? Can you pleasure yourself anymore with the injury?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because you got some work to do tonight.
Yeah, well, yeah, otherwise I'd be depressed.
Yeah. When we come back, we're going to talk to Dr. Mark's going to reach into his bag of gynecological tricks, or of love. That was better
like
stated.
Felix the cat. Yeah.
Jenna's going to reach into my bag of tricks, perhaps. There's some hard candy in my crotch. You can get it later. And we'll be back. Hey, yeah. Yes, I'm having a wonderful time tonight. Let me get the phone numbers out. Thank you. May I have another? 1-800-LOVI-191. 1-800-568-3191. Fax number 310-854-4455. It is like a frickin' sex shop in here. There's oils all over the place. There's surgical instruments. We have starlet Jenna Jameson here. Jenna, did you do any work today?
No.
No.
No, but last week I did.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess. North Hollywood somewhere in some warehouse?
Where was it? You know what? They all kind of run together for me.
But it's always in the valley somewhere.
Yeah, it's Porn Valley.
How apropos that I was born and raised in North Hollywood, California, which would later become the porn capital of the world.
Maybe your birth started it.
You think some sort of cosmic things? I got like things rolling cosmically, and that could be it, Jenna. I could be the reason you're having all the success you're having.
Maybe.
How about a little payoff? Now, speaking of sex,
you're killing me.
You have a boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is he in the business?
He was an actor, and now he's a director.
Charlie Sheen?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Don't say that word around me.
Have you had?
No, I haven't had him, but I know him.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the gals in the business?
He's a porn groupie.
He is?
Yes.
Hanging around backstage?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but, there are certain guys in the straight business that like adult film girls.
Right.
So.
But it's kind of the same thing. They want to run around. They want to have a good time.
Yeah, which is cool.
And all that. But then the girls always get, let's be honest. If you're doing adult movies and you're dating Charlie Sheen for a few months,
that's a good thing.
This is a good thing, right?
Absolutely.
But then he gets tired of it and moves on, right?
Yeah. But that's okay, too, I guess.
All right, so your boyfriend was in the business. Now he's moved behind the camera.
Yes, he has.
And he
directs my movies.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Wow, that's
a few of them.
Yeah. And that's a turn on for him?
I wouldn't say that. I'm sure it kind of gets to him, but
Yeah, because let me tell you how most guys are. If I go over to a girl's house and I'm dating her and like a yearbook opens and she has her arm, she's at Disneyland with her arm around, Mickey. I'm like, who's that bastard? Who is he? I'll kill him. So
yeah. I can see your point. I know that I would be totally jealous.
Yeah, to see him. Well, you have seen him do it.
Yes, I have. But I just don't want to be around. If he does still do it, I just don't want to watch it. So pretty much when I'm having sex, he goes out of the room.
Mm-hmm. I go into the bathroom and you're having sex, by the way. Oh, he's here. He's taking pictures. God bless him. He's a bigger man than I. Oh, that's got to be. That is just, well, I guess a double-edged sword. All right, so you guys been going out for how long?
Oh, about 6 months now.
All right, and you're making it work out.
Yeah, trying.
Okay, good. You don't seem to be fighting now, but, I know how that is. You get home, dishes start flying. Let me give the phone numbers out and reset the show. 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. This is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. Sitting in for Dr. Drew is Dr. Mark. He is a gynecologist. He was injured in a freakish hockey accident and can no longer practice gynecology, but I will be his eyes. Just his eyes. I don't want to be any other stuff.
What about his hands?
His hands, too. That's right. And Jenna Jameson is here, and we may test things out on her later.
Woohoo.
We'll play it out. We'll just see how it feels, all right? Shane?
Hello?
You're on Loveline.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how are you?
What's up, Jen?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm...
And Adam, whoever you are.
Yeah. I've been going out with this girl for a couple months now, and my uncle and parents are kind of forcing me to go to Hawaii with my uncle because he's moving out there. And I don't really want to leave my girlfriend because I'm, seriously in love with her. And I wanted to know if you guys could tell me what to do.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Well, they're forcing him.
Yeah.
They're forcing you? How old are you?
I'm 16.
Are they pawning you off on your uncle?
Basically.
Why can't they take care of you?
Well, they can. They just don't really like me around.
Why do you think that is?
Well, me and my stepfather get in fights a lot over. He thinks I'm overrunning my mom and everything like that. My mom thinks that he's being too hard on me and that he's just going out of whack.
Shane?
Yeah?
I have a suggestion. You want to stay, right?
Yes.
Why don't you act that way? I mean, why don't you mind your P's and Q's? Why don't you be on your best behavior when you're around and make them go, hey, this guy Shane's great. We don't want to send him anywhere.
I don't have to do anything to get in trouble with my stepfather. I can walk in the door like the other day. I went to my friend's house, came back. It was 4:30 in the afternoon. I walked in the door, and he wouldn't let me in.
And what's your mom say about this?
She just kind of goes along with it because he's the father. And my stepfather came from a hardcore Catholic family. Dad was right no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how he's living.
Gosh, maybe you'd be better off in Hawaii.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I mean, you are getting sent to Hawaii.
Really?
You know, it's not like you're going to Auschwitz or something to stay with Uncle Fritz.
You know, the other thing is that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea if you truly love this young lady and she loves you to go and take a breather from your stepfather, go to Hawaii for a bit, see if you can work things out, and come back a little bit restructured, because sometimes you just need a breather from those situations.
And she can go out. I mean, no one's opposed to going to Hawaii to visit anyone.
I wouldn't be. I'll come if you want me to.
You'd have to shave the beard.
Yeah, well.
And add a little around the chest. Cody.
Hello.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Hi, Dr. Mark. Hi, Janet.
Hello.
How are you doing, Adam?
Fine.
Listen, I have a question. My fiance and I are expecting a baby really soon, or not really, really soon, but and she feels like she's a little overweight, and she was wondering, or actually, we were both kind of wondering, if she could do, or what she could do to lose weight.
Well, first of all, how far pregnant is she?
Probably about 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. If she's 4 weeks, then the chances are that if she feels that she's gained a fair amount of weight, a lot of it might be estrogenic water retention.
Well, actually, she's felt like she's been overweight for as long as I've known her.
I see. Well, while she's pregnant, what oftentimes happens is that when women get pregnant, they become extremely concerned that the additional weight gain will make them unattractive. Pregnancy is a very demoralizing thing to the psyche of women for their physical structure, and it's very difficult. The answer to your question is no, she should not diet, especially not in this trimester or all through the pregnancy. For those people who gain excessive weights, there are, for instance, Weight Watchers has a wonderful program for pregnant women. And very healthy and appropriate. Or she can go to a dietitian who can help her to gain less weight, that is unimportant weight, but not to lose weight, no way, no.
Doctor, I'm no doctor, but maybe she should start smoking. They say that helps lose weight.
Yeah, a couple packs a day.
A couple packs?
Yeah, right.
She's already a smoker.
Oh, well, then I have to say that she should probably worry a lot less about her weight gain at this point and worry about trying to cut down. How much does she smoke?
Oh, quite a bit. She smokes probably about 4 to my 1.
Okay, and how many do you smoke?
Well, maybe once every hour and a half.
I see. I will say this, that I think that you two need to reprioritize possibly and turn towards trying to help to decrease the smoking during the pregnancy. I think that is your responsibility now as to your baby. The weight loss, which is something which you can do afterwards, is a personal thing for her, but now you're responsible for another being, and the smoking is really something that needs to be addressed. So I think you guys need to work together on that, more importantly.
What does the smoking do? Did they come out preemies or something?
Yeah, actually, a lot. One of my specialty is maternal fetal medicine, actually, which is especially in high-risk pregnancies, and I do a lot of ultrasounds. And one, it causes what we call intrauterine growth retardation, which is actually, it's not a retarded baby, but it's the slowing of the growth of the baby. Because the baby uses its own nutrients to get what it needs, because the placenta is dysfunctional and can't send over the nutrients that it needs. Smoking causes that to happen. Smoking causes increased prematurity. Smoking can even cause reactions to the baby when they're born. It really can cause a great number of very bad things to occur. It's even been associated with some other disorders, systemic disorders. If you're prone to diabetes, some people feel that it might increase that risk, or antibody-antigen reactions for increased miscarriage. But the other thing is to remember, and I want to make this real clear, is that you can't just stop. It's real hard to do that. Mm-hmm. So I would suggest, just if whatever you're smoking now, cut it in half. At least you've done something. You feel good about yourself, and you've helped. You do the best you can without making yourself crazy over it.
What does R.J. Reynolds have to say about this? They go, the data's still out. We don't know. Nothing concrete. Or...
Well, they tried to pay me before I came in, but I couldn't get the door open.
Let me ask you something real quick. What would you rather your pregnant wife do? And I know none of the above, but answer this one. Have 3 glasses of wine every night, or smoke half a pack of cigarettes? 3
glasses of wine every night. No question about it.
So the alcohol's much better.
Well, I mean, neither one of them are very good. But, the whole thing that people get confused about pregnancy is that it's excess. It's just like everything else in life. Things in moderation generally don't hurt people. Excess hurts people. 1 to 2 ounces or 1 ounce of alcohol a night, sure, you don't want to drink at all. But if you keep it down to that, the chances of having a problem are minimized.
Mm-hmm.
And I would find that in giving that comparison, I would much rather that she cut down smoking.
All right. Well, there you go. Robin.
Hi. Hi, Jenna and Adam.
Hello.
And hi, Dr. Mark.
Hello.
I have a question about... first, Adam, let me tell you something. You make me look so totally ridiculous when I'm at work, because I work graveyard, and I listen to you guys, and you are so funny.
Oh, thank you.
I'm over there with my Walkman cracking up.
Everyone's like, hey, look at Robin. Look at the retarded chick over there filing away.
Yep. Anyway, Dr. Mark, tonight I was taking a shower. I was going to go to work, and I found I felt a big old, a lump on the side of my abdomen, my lower abdomen.
Yeah.
And
how low? Near your groin?
Almost to the groin. It's below my belly button. On the left-hand side, it's like the size of a golf ball or something. But I
Jenna's feeling herself
is
now,
near,
by the way. I'm going to start feeling Jenna in a second.
Is it near your incision line from your C-section?
Well, I had bikinis on all 3 of my C-sections that I've had. But,
right. Is it near there? Is it in the line of the incision?
No.
What's a bikini? I mean, I know what a bikini is. I've studied that.
It's a sideways incision that's at or below the hairline, so it doesn't disfigure the woman to have a cesarean section.
Uh-huh.
But see, after I had my son, which is 2 years old, I had to have another operation for a ventral hernia. I'm going to start crying now.
The ventral hernia, was that upsetting, huh?
And now I have another scar that's in them.
Oh, you're upset because of the scar.
Well, no, I'm just scared because I just noticed. I'm trying to.
Let me ask you, before you get scared, is that lump very hard or is it soft?
It's hard.
It's hard. Is it near to where your leg meets your belly?
No, it's
higher.
It's like I'd say right in the middle between the where the bone bends or the leg bends and the belly button.
Okay. There's a lot of different things it could be. It could be a lipoma, which is a fatty tumor and very benign and easily removed. It could be a lymph node, which has become inflamed. Or maybe if it's a little lower than you think, it could even be a lymph node that's caught in the canal that goes between your belly and your leg. It can be a lot of things, but I can only think of a few of them that would really be serious enough to scare you or require any major surgical intervention. So the best thing to do is get it checked out real quick, and then you won't have to worry about it.
And what about the fact that she stumbled onto it so quickly? I mean, that it wasn't there or wasn't pronounced the night before.
Right.
Is that an indication of anything?
Well, it could be that it's been there and growing and she just noticed it because it became a little uncomfortable. And it could be that it's a herniation, or it could be it just got to the size where it just popped out because of...
I have a herniated lump on my stuff. Like where the
is that a clinical term? I don't know.
Lump and stuff.
Yeah,
yes, junk is in there somewhere too. But right above the rug, over the rug is above the junk, but but below the lint.
Yeah, I actually embarrassing me that I understand this.
There's a bulge there. I had Drew poke at it the other night. Now you can get a hernia up top there.
That's
too,
correct.
Right?
Yes, you can. Yeah, anywhere that there's material that holds your belly in, you can herniate. Sure.
Great, I'm dying. All right. We got a question for Jenna coming up here. And, Dr. Mark, I'd like you to go through your little bag of tricks there and see if we could pull out something else I could make fun of. Jason.
Hey, Adam.
Hey.
Mark. Jenna.
You're on Loveline.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Today's my birthday, and I just want to let you guys know that this is the best birthday I've ever had because, Adam, you have the genius to allow Jenna to be on the show.
Oh.
Yes, I did it.
For you.
And, first of all, Jenna, I got a question. What's that freaky little tattoo on the back of your neck there? And where'd you get it?
It's not little. It's a
right,
a dragon.
It like covers your whole neck.
Yeah, it's a dragon.
Really?
With a wave and tribal.
Wow, where'd you get it at?
I got it in Las Vegas.
And you're from there?
Yes, I was born there.
And do you have another tattoo on your butt, like a little lips or something?
Actually, it's 2 hearts and it says Heartbreaker.
Wow.
I have hair tattooed on my ass.
Heartbreaker.
Oh.
You are.
It's a work in progress. Jason.
Wait, Adam.
Are your pants down? Seriously.
Oh, I'm doing a dance in my pants.
You certainly are.
Jenna, I have one more favor since it is my birthday, and Adam, gives me so much laughter every night. Would you do me a birthday favor and give show Adam a little something? Or,
that was me.
For me.
Here, Adam.
Thank you.
There you go, Adam.
Thank you, Jason.
You are the man, Adam.
That's for you, Jason. Happy birthday.
All right, Jason, we're going to put you on hold and give you the hotline number.
All right.
All right, now, Dr. Mark, you reached into Santa's little bag there.
Yeah,
You pulled out what appears to be a lucite vagina.
Yeah, well, and a uterus and tubes and ovaries.
Well, I don't mess with all that stuff. I go right for the vagina.
Oh, look at this. It comes apart. Look, I didn't even know that. That doesn't happen in real life. But you can even see what it looks like. But the important thing is that this demonstrates the use and the fitting of a diaphragm.
All right, let me try something here for just 1 second.
But you don't want this one.
Yeah, what is that?
That's a diaphragm, but it's got a big old hole in it.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't work at all.
This is what obstetricians who are not making enough money.
I don't know. Let me see. I have really wide sperm. I'm not sure if they'd make it through that or not.
Well, one at a time.
All right, let me just give a listen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can hear the ocean.
Yeah, it's like a conch shell.
Is that
fantastic?
Actually, yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, looks like
all right, so do what you would do if, I mean, give me like the $49 special.
Okay.
Do you have some kind of deal?
Well, here, this is to show people how to use a diaphragm.
Oh, okay.
You take it, and preferably, again, not with the... This is bad, Adam.
Right, yeah.
You see one of these?
Yes.
Don't.
Okay.
Don't use it.
Okay.
All right, big hole. Okay. And
he's folded it in half.
Right, and you put it into the vagina, and you show the women how to push it down so that it then comes up and it pops in. And then there's the push up here, and you can see how it covers the cervix.
Right.
So, and there's a gel around and in the center. Gel is very important. Without the gel, the diaphragm does not work well.
Because that's a spermicide?
Exactly, and it also helps to create a seal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not the singer.
Now, you couldn't use something from the automotive store like liquid gasket or something like that?
I told you they try to use the Welch's jelly. That didn't work well. I would probably stick away from that. But anyway, and that's how you help to have people visualize.
And you use a toothbrush to get it back out, or how do you get that out?
Knitting hook. No, actually just your finger.
Now nobody uses these things anymore, do they?
That's not really true. Actually, they're quite popular. And what I recommend for people is that they teach their husbands how to do it and use it as part of foreplay.
No. Wait a minute now, Doctor. You're sounding like Dr. Ruth here, where they're trying to involve putting on the condom, where they're trying to birth control. There's no place for birth control in the foreplay. I say the guy sits in the room, and he chubs up, and he maybe chugs a beer, and he gets himself hyped up a little bit, and when it's good and ready, he comes in. A guy doesn't want to be messing with that aspect of sex. You know what I mean? Because that gets you thinking. You start thinking about pregnancy, you start thinking about kids, you start thinking about college, tuition. You know what I'm saying? The Menendez boys. All sorts of things are running through a man's mind. Women, if you want to excite the man, you take care of that. And then call the guy in when you're ready.
That's certainly a personal preference, but it actually is much more popular than you think.
Yeah, because I never hear about that anymore. that thing you were just talking about. All right, we're going to go to another call here. Doc, you have any calls you want to take?
Oh, just whatever.
Okay, well, this guy's been on hold for 42 minutes. Dan.
Yes.
You're on Loveline.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing tonight?
Good.
My question is for Dr. Drew, or Dr. Mark, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering what the ill effects are associated with hallucinogenic mushroom use.
Well, the most important one is listening to music like that.
You can come on to your aunt or uncle. That's one side effect.
The most serious thing is being given mushrooms which are essentially poisonous. It's something that people don't really consider, but the source of the mushrooms and the type of mushrooms they are critically important, and there are several reports of people who do die or get desperately ill from being given mushrooms which are in fact not hallucinogenic but poisonous.
Dan, you ever been high on mushrooms?
Once, about a week ago.
Okay, did you get very nauseated while you were there? High?
No, because we didn't take very much.
Okay, well, the deal is that one of the side effects is nausea. Okay, And another side effect is like any other hallucinogenic, medication or drug. You can have lingering effects and sensorium changes or changes in the way you behave and act.
It certainly does. Yeah. I've been high on mushrooms before.
Listen, I went to college in the 60s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right.
Where'd you go? You didn't go to, like, Humboldt or something,
No, I went to Penn State.
But they had plenty of mushrooms up there in the Nittany Mountains?
It's an agricultural school.
Oh, so you were just basically farming shrooms the entire time you were there.
There was a responsibility I had to my generation. But
as a gynecologist, I was thinking about this on the drive in, you slip up just like an inch and a half in your proctologist.
Well, there you go.
You were almost there.
It's
Thank
a multi-specialty.
God you stayed up.
It's multi-specialty. Yeah. But anyway, mushrooms, like any other drug or medication, has side effects and it can cause you damage. And I can't recommend that you use them. I can say that if you do use them, choose them selectively, use them carefully.
Yeah, make sure you go to the right guy in the right park,
right?
to get them from.
Right. Well, don't pick them off the lawn.
I've been high on mushrooms twice, and the first time I was just like out of my mind. And the thing about it is you're like an infant, meaning you see everything for the first time in a way. Like I was watching TV, and they were playing a commercial for Monster Trucking, and there were Bigfoot and the Eliminator and the Gravedigger, and I was going, we're living in a society where larger trucks beat up on smaller automobiles. That's so bizarre, man. And then I saw a woman, like a Lee press-on nail commercial, and I was like, women are taking pieces of plastic and sticking them onto the ends of their fingers so they look more presentable for men. And my head almost exploded.
But you actually, the truth of the matter is, it was more rational thinking than
it really was.
Right, yeah,
no,
it's a scary thought.
What happens is you see everything, you take everything for granted. It's like, OJ got off. Oh, yeah, we're destroying the rainforest. Or, oh, yeah, people, women are using mascara. Or, yeah, there's Benoit balls. Or, yeah, there's Jenna Jameson making 9 movies a year. But when you get really high on mushrooms, everything is new. Yeah. And I picked out everybody, not by name, but I was like, Larry, you're now known as the evil presence. And we'll be back with more tales of mushrooms after this.
Hello, this is Roland Orzabal from Tears for Fears, and you're listening to Loveline.
Oh, you certainly are. And I swear to God that Jamaican riff is from a video that I have called Playmates in Paradise. And like a Pavlovian dog, the blood immediately rushes to the penis when I hear that. Jenna, relax. I'm going to read the numbers here. 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla, sitting in for Dr. Drew and doing a fine job, I might add, is Dr. Mark. And to my right, that would be to your left if you're facing the radio, is none other than Jenna Jameson, the newest, hottest starlet on the adult film scene. And again, for those of you who weren't listening earlier in the show, Best New Starlet, won at the big awards show in Vegas.
Yes.
Best Actress.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming those were movies that had dialogue in them?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Best Sex Scene.
Yes.
What movie was that from?
Blue Movie.
Do I have that one?
I'm sure you do.
I've
brought you every movie, so.
I'm sure I have it. I gotta turn the sound up once in a while. We're gonna go back to the phones because we have something for Jenna. William.
Yay.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Hey, thanks. I just wanted to tell Jenna that
Jenna,
I'm sorry, that I did see Lip Service, and I do have to agree that was probably the best oral sex scene I have seen in a long, long time.
Well, thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of the hand action?
Oh, definitely. Hand action is a must.
Really?
Yes.
No,
no. Proven my point.
No, I don't like the hand action.
Oh, come on. Yes, you would.
No, I really don't.
Oh, come on.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'd take it over sodomy any day.
But it's all in your technique.
Yeah, if they don't
believe me, I got my technique down. I mean, when my penis will actually start straying toward my hand when I'm just walking down the street. It knows. It's like like Old Yeller, Old Purple.
It heals.
Down, roll over. All right.
If they don't know how to do it, it doesn't.
No,
exactly.
I don't like the hand because it makes my penis look smaller. You know what I mean? When once you know what I mean? Like when you're holding the baseball bat and you're... There's
you
not that much hanging
with a
out.
Small hand.
Oh,
Or
that's
get,
right.
or get a larger penis.
You can help me with that.
I might be able to do something for that.
Any guys in the industry with operations who've had a penis augmentation?
John Wayne Bobbitt.
Oh, well, yeah, right. I mean, that was a necessity. He got his penis caught on a lawnmower.
But he just got it enlarged.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Have you had a look-see?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, you wouldn't do that?
Oh, no.
You won't work with certain people?
Yeah, I have a list. I work with probably about 4 different guys.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm selective.
You are?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
now, I mean, how do you crack the list? I mean, some kind of interview process or something?
Not irritate me.
Should I take some mints? How am I doing?
You're getting there, Adam.
So you only work with these 4 guys because you know the guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know their work.
We're compatible.
You know their penis.
Exactly.
If they poke their penises through a hole in a wall, you could go over there. This would be a good game show, by the way.
I could.
We give her like 30 seconds. She gets a name, Peter North, Ron Jeremy. You know, and she has to scramble to stick them on there. And if one's wrong, man, she's got to run back and like peel one off and stick it on the other one.
Yeah.
But you would know.
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
God bless you. Yeah, I don't enjoy the hand with the thing. It's a distraction.
No.
No, that's me. That's me.
Well, yeah, I guess every guy's different.
Right.
But usually I can tell what they do and don't like.
Right. All right. So it's out on the balcony.
Yeah, it's out on a fire escape.
Oh, right. The fire escape. People are driving by.
People are driving by. I was seriously kind of scared when we were doing it because, I told my boss, I said, if I get arrested, you're going to come bail me out.
Oh, yeah.
Because there were cars going by, people watching from the street.
Group of nuns.
Yeah.
Being traumatized.
Yeah.
Guys hurting their neck and rear-ending people.
It was kind of late. It was probably like 11 p.m.
How many stories up were you?
3, I think.
Now,
so they were filming from the street.
With lights, of course.
Yes.
Oh,
Lights,
really?
everything.
Did you have to pull a permit, like a blowjob permit or something?
No. We were rushing.
I see. And now I don't know how to state this delicately, so I'll just go on and say it. Did they have to put it, did anyone use like an umbrella down on the ground floor? Was there anything coming down?
No, I caught all that.
Oh, okay, good, because someone could slip and break their neck.
And then you have liability.
God forbid. Now you got a lawsuit. Oh, I would love to be sitting on that jury. Well, they say, you drop a penny from the Empire State Building, puts a hole in someone's head, so.
That's right.
Yeah. Dave.
Oh, yeah. I've got a problem. I'm going to say hi to all you guys. Hi, Jenna.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Mark.
Hello.
And hello to Adam.
Hello, Dave.
Adam, you make the show. I got to tell you that.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Okay. Well, a little while back, I kind of got really attracted, really close to this one female, and I talked to a mutual friend about it, and he gave me the green light. And he turned around and screwed me over after I got really involved, and she went with him. I have two things I tell myself to do. One is to kill him, and one's just to walk away. Which
That's a tough one. Yeah.
Well, could you compromise? Could you kill him and then walk away?
Yeah. Maybe if I just ripped his guts out.
All right, settle down. You're scaring Jenna.
Hostile.
She has very delicate sensibilities. She's a porn star, but she's not a felon. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Well, she is in certain states, I guess.
Yeah, but I just can't do it because that voice inside of me was telling me, she's the one.
Your dog? Or the other voice? Dave, listen, wait a minute. Let's get something straight. Your friend gave you the green light. Your friend dated her?
Yeah, right afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, but why are you asking your friend who doesn't know her if you can date her? Or am I...
No, he does. He knows us both.
All right, but wait a minute. Let's just backtrack. Let's backtrack for a second, Dave. You met a girl you liked.
Right.
You asked your friend, and your friend gave you the green light, you said.
I thought maybe they had something going, and I asked him about it, and he said they didn't.
Oh, so you met her through your friend.
Right.
And then your friend decided he liked her after you got together with her.
No, I didn't get together with her yet.
But after you became interested and started dating her, or you didn't do anything?
It was just before Valentine's Day. I was going to do something on Valentine's Day.
Had you had a date with her, though?
Kind of, not really a date, but...
Right, but in your mind. You had a bathroom date, I call them. That's where you're alone and it's just basically you and the hamper, but it's still a date. I count that as dating.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so you didn't have anything with her, Dave.
Yeah, it was...
You didn't. I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but...
I mean, there's been people I've been attracted to, but this is totally something else. I mean, this is the one, you know?
Yeah, but... I don't know. Jenna, what do you... Jenna's pounding.
It sounds like his friend just yanked her out from underneath him.
Yeah, figuratively.
And didn't care about his feelings, and he's
Right.
feeling bad. But I say move on. Find yourself a new woman.
All right. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate the objective advice.
You'll have no problem.
Yeah, Dave, believe me, you don't want to go back and try to start something that essentially wasn't ever started. I mean, you know, we have a limited amount of time here, so sometimes I have to be very, very brief and graphic and cruel and blunt
I like it.
at times. But the reality is you didn't have anything with her. She took up with this other guy. You're young. You move on. You get someone else.
Yeah, piss on him.
All right.
Yeah.
That too. Fantastic. Now, Jen, I got to ask you seriously. Ever any injuries on the porn set? Anyone pull a groin or have a testicle go shooting across the room or anything like that? I've seen some of the positions.
Ew. Yeah, actually, I was injured one time.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? You lose a nipple? What happened?
Sometimes, like, when I first started, I wasn't really used to the size of these guys.
That's what I was saying. They
I'm
call
sure,
in the
Dr.
ringers.
Mark, you know that girls can get injured sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, very commonly.
Yeah, I dropped. He started and, whoa, cramp, fell. Couldn't
Boom.
move for like hours.
Now, would that be on like the porn blooper outtake tape or something?
I hope not, because I was crying. But I think I like bruised my cervix or something.
Well,
like that.
you know, if you force pressure like that, you can tear ligaments. You can even make the uterus contract very hard. It's very. Oh yes, this could be.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Now you got to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stretch out.
Yeah, you got to work it in slow.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes you see the thing pop out, boom, goes right for the bunghole.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I wince. As a porn fan, you hate to see that.
That's painful.
A guy, here's a question. Ever get a penis caught in the clapper thing? You know, where they go, take 27, that thing comes slapping out. Anyone ever get that?
Some of them I wish they did.
I wish I had enough
Second
penis to be.
Yeah, right.
That could hold up shooting in more ways than one. Yeah. Mike on there, Mike? Fantastic. Let me give the phone number out for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191, the fax number. 310-854-4455. It is my privilege to be sitting here, boxed in between the very knowledgeable Dr. Mark, who is sitting in for the very knowledgeable Dr. Drew, who is now on a ski vacation. Apparently, he pumped his sick child up with enough antibiotics and anti-inflammatories and God knows what else to get him onto a plane and off to Utah. So I hope he's enjoying himself. And the other bookend would be Jenna Jameson, who has a fine set of bookends herself, I must say, and who's been in the adult film industry for a year now.
Mm-hmm.
You're not jaded.
Not yet.
You still enjoy it.
That's right.
You have a short list of people you work with, 4 guys.
Yeah, and a lot of girls.
Oh, yes. That's a longer list.
Mm-hmm. Huge.
Really?
It's huge.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to pick your women quite as... You don't have to be quite as choosy
I'm
with
not
your women,
as selective with women.
Right, what are they going to do?
There's a lot more
you with something?
good-looking girls in the business than there are guys.
Amen.
You know?
Oh, hell yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Alrighty then.
That's the way it goes, because
Right.
there's a hell of a lot more guys renting them,
Yeah.
going home, and going to town than there are girls. Although, they have become sort of popular with women these days.
Absolutely. You go into the porn shops, you see half of the people in there are women.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You ever go into the local places?
Yeah, I do.
And,
I do.
sort of go check out your section
Yeah.
there, see how it's
Do you
moving?
get recognized? Frequently?
Yeah, I try to, wear a baseball hat and, no makeup, but I do. I get recognized, and they say, hey, aren't you Jenna Jameson? Are there movies here of you? And then every one of my movies is gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now,
they all go for them.
Do you do, appearances and signings and stuff like that?
Yes.
Do you have?
Yes, I do.
You have guys sending you weird letters, wanting you to sign panties and stuff.
Total freakouts. I don't mean to say that, but I have one guy who's kind of a stalker.
Yeah, but you don't know who it is, right?
Yeah, I do know who it is.
But
I'm not going to say
cool,
his name.
Isn't it?
But he sends me, like, these really strange presents.
Like what?
Like, he makes big, huge poster boards and sticks really strange things to them. And, like, this takes him a long time. He has, like, chopsticks, cutouts from magazines that say, like, really strange stuff. Yeah, it's kind of freaky. And I got a Valentine's Day present from him. Big box of candy, big box of cookies. And I was kind of too afraid to eat them, you know?
Yeah.
Wise decision.
Calories?
He writes me things like, you know, you've made me see the light. I love you. You are my woman.
No, I said you were my lady. It's a total difference there. I was quoting a Lionel Richie song, I think. Come on, baby. It's flattery.
It is. Definitely.
I don't trust anyone who's into the whole decoupage thing, by the way. Spending hours and hours, you know, sticking stuff on...
I'm telling you, days.
All kinds. So that's a little
like
weird.
Construction cardboard cutout.
Well, he's crafty. You got to give him
crafty.
that. Now, does he ever send you the craft? Pardon me. Does he ever send you the Campbell soup can with the elbow macaroni stuck to it and the yarn and stuff? I mean, because that can be nice.
No, but it's pretty close to that.
I think if he could use his psychotic energy to do a more constructive type of stocking.
Ashtrays, stuffing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Now, how does this guy? Does he send it to you at your home?
No, at my fan club address. Yeah, he sends me. I get huge packages.
Right.
From this guy.
And
huge.
Are they being sent, or is he dropping them off, or something like that?
I don't know. I think he sends them FedEx.
And he doesn't leave a name or any.
Yeah, he leaves his name. He thinks that he is my boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like long, in-depth love letters. Absolutely. That's why I have a P.O. box, you know.
Right. So you don't want to come face to face with any of these guys.
Well, some of them are really cool. A lot of the guys that
they just want, the real innocent.
They're in Bosnia or just army guys and.
Right, and they're healthy.
People.
They just want you to sign some soiled panties and send it over to the barracks so they can pass it around.
And that's more than healthy.
Oh, certainly, yes.
That's very healthy.
Yeah, so wouldn't you agree, Doctor? That's very healthy activity.
And that means you want me to say yes so you can get a pair, right?
Yeah. You wearing any underwear now?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Thong back?
Uh-huh.
That's the only kind you wear, huh?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Oh, come on.
I don't.
Is that a challenge?
I'm challenging you.
Okay, I'll just fill out a...
Okay, but that could just be a piece of yarn that you keistered earlier. I don't know what that is.
Oh, God.
All right, Jenna's taking her pants off now. Doc, okay, there you go. See, the doctor's enjoying it thoroughly.
Like he hasn't seen it before.
Yeah, this is new for me.
Yeah, that was a step backwards for you, wasn't it, Doc? Doc needs to actually see your lower intestine before anything happens. Mona?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, you're on Loveline.
Hello, Adam, Jenna, and Mark.
Oh, what's the matter?
Actually, I picked the right night to call you guys for something wrong to happen because there's a good range of opinions over there.
Mm-hmm.
I have been dating this guy for the last couple of months, and he's just come off of a relationship, a long one, and I did not want to be his rebound girl, so I made sure that I did not absorb my life with him, but I have fallen in love with him. And he seems to be pretty in love with me, too, at least from what he says and how he acts, he is. Well, acts most of the time except for tonight.
Uh-oh.
He's always been really honest with me, and I've told him that I want him to see other women, and he says that he wants me to be in his life until the day that he dies, and I have almost all the qualities in a woman that he wants. Well, I wonder what's lacking. Maybe it's in the sex department, but he's talked to me about that, too. Well, tonight, he asked me to call him, so I did, and it's late, and he answers the phone, and we talk a little bit. He says he's going to go back to bed, and I asked him if he was in bed alone, and I kind of knew he wasn't. And he told me the truth, and he said no, he wasn't.
Ooh, that's got to hurt.
This guy's an asshole. Can I say that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dr. Drew from the grave.
Oh,
but she gave him the okay to see other girls.
Right,
that's
what I was going to say as well. Right.
I told him that I want, if he loves me as much as he does, I want him to use me as the one he measures others by. And
that's setting yourself up for anxiety and pain.
It is, and I'm trying to understand why he has to sleep with them. I mean, is she like me? I don't think so.
I don't think you should give him the permission. if you're going to be upset about it, you shouldn't give him the permission.
Why did you tell him to go out and encourage him to be with other women?
Because when he commits to me, I want him to be sure that I'm the biggest tree in the forest for him.
Yeah, but what if his log wants to wander into other forests? I mean, what if he wants to go down the flume a little bit further and find himself a lady lumberjack or something?
That hurts, and I don't know that...
That's not the way to go about it.
But what's worse is that I told him that I could not deal with him having another woman in his bed, that I felt that was our place. And he said, okay. And tonight there's a woman in his bed, which is no longer our place.
All right, so this is hell. And I mean, we've all been...
deal with it.
We've all been through this. And it's like, all of a sudden you get that pain in your stomach, and it's like, and you're not going to live. But in a way... I don't know. I mean, better, you don't want to get gangrene and have a slow death in these things. Find little indicators, slowly have it creep up on you. I mean, this just like, boom, getting the guillotine.
Right.
I mean, you just drop this guy.
Exactly.
That's all. I mean, it's painful, but it's going to be shorter than it would be if you drug it out.
If he loved you, he wouldn't be with another woman. Why is he sleeping with other women?
For sex, period. Just for sex.
Well, he's an idiot.
Yeah, you don't need that. Plus, in these times, this can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
Well, I gave him the condom.
Okay, but the other thing is...
Wow.
I told him to protect me.
Well, all right, you are a liberated woman.
That's the least he could do is protect me.
Well, that might be true. But the other thing you need to understand is that be careful what you say or offer. People may take you up on it.
Right.
And if you gave this man the opportunity to have sex with other people or to see other people, and then you retracted it, it's a very confusing situation. Now, I'm not saying don't drop him, but I'm just saying the next time around, be careful what you say. You may just get it.
Yeah, and let me tell you, that is not a well-conceived thought, by the way, to any ladies listening out there. That is as good a thought as, remember when you were a kid on Halloween, and you'd show up to a house, and they were out of town, so they had that big plastic jack-o'-lantern out there, and it was filled to the top with Razzles and Mike and Ike's and Smarties and stuff, and it had a little sign that said, please take one, and you quickly capsize the thing into your pillowcase and made off. That's how guys work, basically. You leave the jack-o'-lantern unattended, he is going to be sticking his penis in it and going right after the Mike and Ike's. Am I right, Jenna?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I love about you, Jenny? You have no idea what I'm saying, but you go, absolutely. Whereas with Drew, he had every idea of what I was saying and would go, you're absolutely wrong. Thank God Drew's gone. We don't need that Drew anymore. We're having a good time without him. All right, we're going to go back to... any calls jumping out on you there, Mark? Because I usually give Drew the opportunity to point at the screen like the chip that he is.
This is a real quick one, and I think I kind of like...
All right, we get these calls, and I happen to enjoy these myself. Yeah. Reg?
Yeah, hello. How you guys doing?
Good.
I have a question for the good doctor.
Oh, he left, but I'm here. Yeah.
When I was born, I was diagnosed with undescended testicles.
Uh-huh.
But when they went in and did exploratory surgery, they didn't find anything.
Okay.
So as a result, you can imagine I have only one testicle.
Okay.
Now, it hasn't affected my sexual function.
Okay.
And I've never had a bad reaction from a woman or anything. And, in fact, I have a healthy libido. But I'm still self-conscious about it.
If you're self-conscious about it, then go to a urologist and consider the testicular implant because they are safe, they're inert. You need to feel good about yourself, and there's no reason why you shouldn't.
And that is essentially a marble, right?
Well, I mean, no. I didn't go to the Five and Dime, just stick like a Black Beauty in there or something like that.
Well, no, because I got to charge you $750 for it, right? But essentially a marble would do.
Well, yeah, if you can get one in there. With that testicular stretch, you might be able to just shove that in. I'm not sure.
Oh, were they with that earlier call?
Is that a painful procedure? I mean,
no. Well, I mean, not for me, no. But for you, it might be. Well, a little bit. I mean, anytime you have an incision, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Where is that? Is that right on the scrotum, actually?
Usually, yes, it is, right. And it's a very simple procedure, and the answer to your question is no, it is not very uncomfortable, and you can have some postoperative discomfort.
Is it as dangerous as, say, breast implants and that?
Oh, no.
No, this is a nothing. No. How big is the thing they put in there?
It's about the size of a large marble, as you were saying.
And is it spherical, or is it sort of football shaped?
Football shaped.
Oh, it is, because the testy,
right? And they anchor it so that it's not floating all around, and it's it's generally quite satisfactory.
And I have another question about.
There's a whole nautical theme that's going on here. I don't know if you noticed that or not. How do they anchor it very quickly?
A small chain with a small anchor-shaped chain. No. They suture it down to stationary material in there.
I have another
junk.
question about
As he said, junk before.
Right,
yeah.
you're junk.
Yeah, you're junk.
The
yes.
genetics of the situation.
Okay.
Now, my father and grandfather both had undescended testicles, but they were able to find theirs.
Okay.
And I have two brothers who are both normal. But if I was to have male children, are they destined to be to have the same condition, or
it's probably a higher percentage of likelihood, but it is unlikely. You would need to be counseled, and you need to be chromosomally tested to see if there would be any problems in that respect. The likelihood is you may have a higher incidence in the general population, but certainly not anything to be concerned about. And it certainly hasn't hurt you, your father, your grandfather. So I wouldn't let that bother you.
But again, why cousins should not get together? Let me ask you real fast before we go to break. When you're missing a testicle,
you lost it somewhere, or you just didn't have one?
I would always check out in the car.
Yeah, because you can drop it.
God damn it, it's always out in the car.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You don't have a testicle. So you basically, let's just picture like a Crown Royal sack there with one marble in it.
Right.
Is the other side sort of lifted up? You know what I mean? Do you need the weight of the testicles to help?
It's generally retracted a bit. Yeah. It's not. It's asymmetric in size. Of course, now everybody's asymmetric to some degree, but it's more so.
So it's like Gumby's head.
Yeah.
We'll be back. We're back with the tail end of Loveline here, and before we leave, we have a little business to do. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Jenna Jameson, the adult film starlet of the year. We have Dr. Mark, who's filled in wonderfully for Dr. Drew. And speaking of Dr. Drew, since he's gone, since he's not here to protest, let's just have a little homage to Dr. Drew, a little best of Drew. So we'll just have a little silence here, and we'll hear Drew's voice all the way from Utah.
When I was 19, I ate about 4 boiled peyote buttons and stayed up all night but felt no effect. Find a new position. It's called intimacy. You're fat. You're overweight. Pee on this stick for me. If anything, I want to be dominated.
Oh, God.
Find you stealing my underwear again. Here's what's going to happen. This is not acceptable. This guy is an asshole. Can I say that?
Oh, no. What we can do to Dr. Drew in his absence.
Gosh.
And Dr. Mark, you'd like to read off a quick list your daughter gave you of people she'd like you to say hi to. This is a list the daughter just handed him, wants him to say hi to these people. Go ahead. A little high music if we could,
and
Mike.
Real quickly here. Okay, here we go. It says, for my daughter Shauna and my common-law son Matt, I have to say hello to Tony and Roe Adams, Cannibal 2, Drew, that's my little son, Foo, Razor and his love Ann, Matter, Krista, Steve, Cher, Drea, Senor Peretz and his wife, and love to Mama Lebed from all of us. And for my wayward yet loved son, Peter, with metal objects in his face, now that really pleased me, I'll say hey to all the Icemen, that's the hockey team, Mom and Pops Hansen, Aze, Koji, Eric, the Birdman, Steph, Shane Dog, Dave, the Wise Man, Monica, and his doggy Caesar. Word of thanks to Ann, Dad, for letting us come along. It's been fun. And Mike Moore, no, you can't have a date with Jenna.
I think there were 2 guys in Canada you may have left off that list.
I think there are some that are not even on this earth.
I would like to thank Dr. Mark for coming in and doing a hell of a job tonight. I would like to thank Jenna Jameson for coming in and doing a wonderful job tonight. I am Adam Carolla. We have Ruby on tomorrow night, and we'll talk to you then.
If you are still listening, you may feel the urge to touch yourself.
You're gay.
So that's it then. The opinions expressed on Loveline by Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, or anyone are not necessarily ours. Be happy. Be happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy. Loveline's producer is Ann Wilkins. Thank you.